Hello, everyone. Welcome to this broadcast here tonight, 199th edition. My name is Volcano Shelton. Listen, I just got a call from an idiot, and I use the word an idiot. These hackers, these scammers going around calling me to tell me, but he's from the employee association, and he's calling me, and I picked up the accent, and I just went off on him, and he's telling me, "Oh, I hacked your email." He confessed his own crime. He confessed his sin, and I said, go ahead, and take all the junk mails out of my email because that's all you're gonna find." This is what happening right now. These scammers are all over the internet. They're all over people's platforms, WhatsApp, you know, continuously hacking everywhere. And it's not going to help you guys because at the end of the day, I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not going to get it. So I'm here live to tell all of you, whoever you think you are, you got to quit that. You got to quit that because judgment day is coming. I'm telling you, judgment day is coming. But good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show tonight. It's a great one. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good conversation. We'll have a few guys coming in the house. As you and I know, the Friday has been handed down, and I don't have to tell you what has happened in Liberia. Uh, the purpose for our podcast, meaning we started to talk about the issues in Liberia to enlighten our society, the African continent, and that of the diaspora here, where we black folks are, hanging out here. We've immigrated here to find a decent living. But again, we come with good news, and the good news is that the Liberian people have made a decision that they want to move on with their lives. They want to usher in new leadership with the hope that the leadership will provide for them what they've always wanted: a place of rule of law, a place of sanity, a place where people can go to bed and they don't have to have CCTV, a place where they can find a decent living, a place where the paycheck will not be harmonized, a place where they don't need somebody to pay the wide fee for the children because if they have their salaries, where it should be, they'll be able to do that. A place where it won't be broad day looting, people looting and pillaging the wealth of the country. A place where people respect the rule of law. The pimping boys not running all over the place and jumping in the terror lane and jumping into other people and driving in opposite direction of the traffic. A place where people will not just sell everywhere. They come on the sidewalk and dirty the city. A place where we can have a clean city. A clean city. Monrovia or clean cities, put it that way. Painesville and everywhere. So we got so much to talk about tonight. I think we will spend the night here. I'm telling you, we might just spend the night here, and I'm sure Alfonso is in agreement with me. We might just spend the night here. Welcome to the show, Alfonso 199 broadcast. Listen, tonight the people will know if I look on Liberian. That tonight knows me that I look like Liberian. I'm telling you, good to see you.
Good to see you, brother. Good to
We
be
missed you
here.
last week, last Tuesday rather.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and tonight, full disclosure, I might run out a little early, around 8 o'clock, because I have to go pick up my daughter from, where she went. They went on sporting something with her school, and they're dropping them off around 8, so I have to run and pick her up from there. But I'm glad to be here. And I think will be having a very, very interesting conversation. You're right, man. The Liberian people decided today, and the election commission announced the results. When the day started with a lot of tension, there was a lot of paramilitary people in the streets. People were afraid, but it ended well. So that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did my own calculation. I took the results and I tabulated,
Yeah.
and I was concerned about the 21 polling places that had the
Yeah.
issues, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
20 of those polling places were in Grand Creek County, the president's stronghold. I
Hmm.
got I got nervous. What
Yeah.
what could
Yeah.
come out of it? And then I also looked at the one polling place in Lima County where they said it would be doing runoff tomorrow, or
Yeah.
rerun rather tomorrow.
Really. Yeah.
Then I realized, let me do the calculation here. The
Mhm.
calculation said that Boaca is up by 28,434,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then I did a tabulation. Polling places are not precincts. Polling
Yeah.
places are places within the precinct.
Exactly.
So in my estimation, I started to doing my own tabulation, and I said to myself, "There's no way that even the 20 polling places,
Mm-hmm.
if we divide them by 5 places in each precinct,
Yeah.
right? And we did the math, and we said 3,000 to so 3 times 5 is 15.
Yeah.
So you will get 15,000 out of it, and I give it 100% to President Weah. I said, but this man is still up by 28,000. I mean, by 18,000.
Exactly.
And then
So,
that
and
one, and you go
yeah.
to that one place in Nima, maybe he
Mm-hmm.
may have more, meaning
Yeah. Yeah.
Baka. So he
Yeah.
still wins the election.
No, he still does. He still
Yeah.
does. So this I did something similar.
All right, man. Why are you fixing yourself here? Let me bring the other guys on, Francis and uh, uh Moses. I know
Yeah.
Jackson will come. Moses.
No.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. We talk after the show.
Okay. Okay. All right. I know that one or two other
Yeah,
people.
Francis, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous, man.
That's the word to
Yeah.
use. I see
Oh
Yep.
you.
yeah.
I
I'm
said,
a lover, kind of
My
lover,
man,
lover people. We no more about president people. We president now.
I saw
Y'all
a
will see how
woman,
we provide leadership. Y'all will
I
see
saw
it.
a woman Africans shirt too with my hat on, my man. Because that thing, we taking it back home now.
This is the great grandson of King Saboso from Bapolo, formerly
Alfonso, how
Lower
you
Lover.
doing, man?
I'm okay, brother. Doing good. Doing good. Doing good.
Man, look, man, the issue room fees vindicated.
Yeah.
And you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
uh,
But you're right. For Cano, I
I
wanted
was
to
saying I
do
will
this.
spend the night here. We're not leaving tonight.
oh, my man, we
Yeah.
here all
Hey,
Yeah,
night.
hey,
thank
hey, you know
you.
the song. Hey, hold on,
Because I gotta go push my cartoon
hold
and
on,
send
man,
it
hold
up
on,
to
man, hold on,
Jason,
hold
you
on,
know.
man. Hey, you know the song. We all start tonight.
Yeah.
You not go.
We also to now.
I can't see
Shit.
my shit. I
I'm
can't.
not sleeping tonight. We
Oh,
celebrate.
but I
Oh,
tell you,
Jaka.
man. I tell you, listen. Interestingly, all of what we're seeing here tonight is not that we're happy because President Weah will be no more or Honorable Baraka is new president. We're happy for the country.
Yep. Memphis man, shot
For the
caller.
country. I'm telling you, man. Those boys did some raw dog thing. They want to call raw dog.
I mean, why you using euphemism, my man? You gotta call the thing the real way, my man. The people rob the country.
Yeah.
They rob the people of everything.
Hmm.
Volcano, you want to be diplomat, my man?
But what I got for Cano, I know you were doing the numbers
Yeah.
and say the
Yes.
old man will win. But in fact, I heard this evening that President Weah, and I have to confirm it, but I heard this evening that President Weah has already called
He has conceded.
Hold on,
and
hold on, hold on.
conceded.
I got a message to play.
Okay,
Just
all
warm
right,
you up
all right,
because we got to bring it to the people.
yeah,
Yeah,
So,
Mr. Weah has conceded
excuse me.
defeat.
Yeah, he called earlier and then he um addressed the nation at 11:01 p.m.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
because I was on
He
the phone
delivered.
live. I was on the phone
We're
live.
audio recording again. We're another audio recording, even though he's going. Audio recording.
Yeah, but anyway, we
So
have known him over the years for doing that, so that's understandable.
so
Yeah.
so I also have Noel Foley, who is the current
Okay.
president of the Distinguished Man. You know, he was
Okay.
in the Gonglo camp, but he later joined the UP. You know,
Yeah.
Gonglo endorsed UP. So Noel,
Yeah.
welcome.
Mr. Foley, how are you?
Good afternoon, Volcano. Good afternoon, my friend and brother
Yeah,
Moses Sunday.
afternoon, yeah, again. You
Good.
see,
Oh, I'm sorry. Good evening, 7 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have been in the I have been look, I think the
The
news coming
man
from
in a jubilant move, my man.
yes, the news emerging from Liberia speaks of something that is very unusual in Africa. And tonight I would say the Liberian people have won. But above all I would give I would like to commend President Weah.
but my man, you got a halo on your head though. That light is just shining
Oh,
directly
I'm
on
sorry.
my
Let me
head.
change location. Let me
Yeah.
change location now because
Okay.
right now I'm using my phone. I was asking. I
Oh,
think I
it's
sent you an
fine.
email for you to send it to me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. So tonight I would like to commend the people of Liberia for being um so peaceful. Despite the one of two instances of violence, the election was
Oh,
conducted.
today. Oh,
No,
okay.
not
Oh,
today.
okay.
It's
The
talking
entire
about the
process.
process. Yeah.
Yeah, the entire process. There were one or two instances where they were troubling, but overall the election was peaceful. And I would like to give the government of President Weah a huge credit, and I would like to commend President Weah for honoring the democratic process because President Weah has the power, or has the power. I still say has the power to choose peace or chaos. Because we have seen in many African countries where the president, knowing full well that he or she did not win the elections, would try to undermine the process just to remain in power. Unlike those countries, President Weah remained peaceful, accepted the result, and his speech tonight tells tells of speaks of someone who has placed the country above his personal interests. So I will say thank you
All
to
right.
President
Thank you.
Weah.
You're jumping ahead, so we'll come to it. We'll play the speech. We'll analyze the speech, and we'll understand whether the speech means well for the country or whether it's just one of those conciliatory rather
Mm-hmm.
messages, just to say, I'm
I
all
said
for peace,
something.
because some of the things the president said in that speech should have been done during his 6 years.
Oh yeah,
Come
long
back
time.
to it. But gentlemen, welcome to the show 199th broadcast. We want to thank you, Tyrone Marshall, for coming. Please invite others, share the link. Thomas Awaji, where are you? River says Pro, where are you? J. Randy Dapor, where are you? Where you guys at? Henry Costa, where are you? Come on now,
Tilia Ure.
looking for y'all. Where are y'all?
Ben Sanvi, where are you?
Yeah,
Oh my God! It is, man. You got. I think we need to check on Henry Costa because
yeah. My man,
Yeah,
my man.
the man should have been the prime minister of this government. We need to check on him.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Oh, we yes that somebody committed suicide. Oh.
what,
It's not impossible.
what,
Henry Costa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We need to check on those two
yeah,
people
where
though.
are they? Where are they? So, but anyway, we'd like to thank you guys. Mohammed Kurman, thank you for joining us here tonight. Flomo Livingstone, your dream has come true. You've been an advocate for the GMB ticket. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to all of the partisans of the United Party. Congratulations to all of the opposition. You put up a fight. You had to do that to bring the best out of these elections. And so the Liberian people said they were going to vote angry the second round, which they did. And here we are with the new president elect. Let me play the president's message to the country, and then we can start the conversation with the president's message and see whether it's good enough. Um, so, gentlemen, lay back and let's do this.
Yeah.
Don't forgive me, that's the audio coming from where.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you tonight with the utmost respect for the democratic process that has defined our nation. As your president and the leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, I want to address you on the outcome of the runoff elections held on November 14, 2023. The results announced tonight, though not final, indicate that Ambassador Joseph Nimabuaka is in a league that we cannot surpass. A few moments ago, I spoke with President-elect Joseph Nimabuaka to congratulate him on his victory. Tonight, as we acknowledge the result, let us also recognize that the true winners of these elections are the people of Liberia. Through your peaceful and orderly exercise of your constitutional right to vote, you have once again demonstrated your commitment to the democratic principles that bind us together as a nation. Under my leadership, these elections were organized with a promise to the Liberian people, a promise of fairness, peace, inclusion, transparency, and credibility. I am proud to say that we have fulfilled that promise. The Liberian people have spoken, and we have heard their voice. However, the closeness of the result revealed a deep division within our country. As we transition to the new administration, we must be vigilant to the dangers of division and work together to find common ground. Now, more than ever, unity is paramount for the law of normal Liberia. To the members of the Multi Coalition for Democratic Change, fellow partisans, seditions, reactions, or auxiliaries, first-time voters, campaign managers, and party leaders, I understand that this is not the outcome we desire. Although we did not emerge victorious, your hard work and support have been the backbone of our campaign. And for that, I am deeply grateful. I urge you to follow my example and accept the result of the elections. Go home tonight with the knowledge that our ideas and vision for Liberia remain strong. We are a young movement and our time will come again. Tomorrow, resume your daily activities in a normal way and come and join me at our party headquarters to reflect on our journey and plan for our return to political leadership in 2029. My fellow Liberians, ladies and gentlemen, tonight the CDC have lost the election, but Liberia has won. This is the time for graciousness in defeat, a time to place our country above party and patriotism above personal interests. I remain your president until the handover of power, and I will continue to work for the good of Liberia. Let us heal the division caused by the campaign and come together as one nation and one united people. May God bless Liberia, and may we continue to strive for a better future together. Thank you. May God bless you all.
All right, gentlemen, we'll go around the room and talk about what we pick up, okay? And let us not dwell on it too long. Let's just do snippets. Uh, let's start with Francis. What is the main thing you picked up in this speech that makes it seem to be a speech delivered for peace? Is somebody
Honestly,
talking something in the background?
yeah, my little daughter. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just talk to her
All right.
briefly.
All right.
Okay. I think she's good now.
Okay.
Please don't knock anything, okay? I'm unsure. Honestly, Volcano, Moses, our brother Alphonso, and brother Foley. The only good thing about the speech is I call it the Liberian way, the kangaroo concession. And listening to other media outlets. So now I'm going to be moderate, just so you know. I'm going to be like the traditional journalist. I'm not politician tonight or political activist that I usually do with fire. I'm going to be moderate. Listening to other media outlets before this time and everything that have happened for the last 24 hours for the most part. I think George Weah was pressure to deliver what he delivered. I don't give him any credit. I do not give him any credit. The only credit I gave him is the concession, which he had no other option but to go for that. Other people say, oh, other African people did it. Oh, incumbent don't lose election, all that stuff. This is a country that went through 14 years of civil war, coupled with other issues that we all know based on our political history. If George Weah had decided the other path, he would have gotten the consequences of Chancellor, Toba, and Samiado. And you know what? He's smart. He plays smart. Let it go because Liberia is better than and bigger than everyone else. Nobody have a choice to say I want to be violent. If you have become violent, I would have become a spokesperson for the next rebel group and will remove him. And that's why he decided to conceal. No choice. Number two, those of us that read history, we always have this division, even from before the foundations of the modern Liberia. 1847, probably not, 1822, when the people arrived, there was a fight between the modern people that came from America, according to history, and that went and settled where we call Liberia today, headed by King Sabosa and the rest of the guys. But we are always trying to build on reconciliation based on the gain that they made to even accept the people to find out the land. Then from that point, we went into 135, if I'm not mistaken, a single group rule. That first republic ended 1980. That other group of people took over coming from Southeastern Company again. They put into real trouble. And now we transition from war to another war, from different government to another government, based on the weapons they use. Okay? When we finally succeeded, when we finally realized that we sunk on a kangaroo arrangement, that people that killed our people that caused the trouble, we gave them the biggest power, and we went to election 2005, we did not resolve it again. The TRC was a waste of money, and today, from Ellen to George, we are no implementation of about 142 recommendations. The only one we have been talking about as a people, as a country, 2, war and economic crimes. The rest of the 140 recommendations to make our Liberian state better and brighter, we let it go. Just we are amplify that division that started from the early stages of our state. He amplified the division, he lived with the division, and he used it to his advantage. That's the only way he could survive. Every single Liberian professional that spoke to him to make the country better, he called a speech from that. So I would say the speech Judge we are delivered to conclude on this, because we don't need to go much, is a kind of Donald Trump accepting a concession. He decided to boycott a tradition, presidential transition, tradition that have existed from the beginning of this state called the United States. For over 200 years, he decided to use his base to overthrow the American government, where law enforcement got killed and other people got injured. That investigation on the part of the federal government and court decision is still ongoing. Not only that, he boycotted the inauguration. Don't be surprised, Joey might likely boycott the inauguration because the tones of his voice, even though we were not there when he recorded his stuff, you can hear it if you are a metalhead person. Okay, he boycotted the inauguration of Joe Biden, which have not happened easily that I know of in this country. Number 3, he carried on court attempts. He called state officials responsible for elections.
Are you implying that those things could happen with we are? Let's take on the we are issue now. So
Yeah. I just setting a so example. And all of that further today, that since Donald Trump is talking about return to the White House 2024. George Weah just told us, even though he's leaving, even though Joseph Boakai has not yet been declared as winner, however, he don't think they can make it. So they're letting it go. You go say that. But just bear in mind, this is not about Liberia. It is not about Liberians. It is about we are changed. It is about our party managers. It is about our seditions and all of that.
Thank you.
Let's go home and get ready to come by 2029 to take on another political leadership for Liberia. Just where we can guarantee you, your boy Jefferson Koji said in mayor position, you will never get it as long as it is an election.
Thank you.
I'll keep it there for now.
Alphonso.
Yeah, I think it's a great day. It's a beautiful day in the history of Liberia. I think the Liberian people have demonstrated first on October 10th, I believe, and then on November 14th, and we got the results today. But some of us already knew the trend and where the results were. The election commission was just doing its formality. I think the results of these elections were announced. The run of elections were announced on November 14th, as the law required, which is that every polling place you must post to the public, the outcome of the voting at every polling place. So basically, if anybody who had a motorbike and can go to all 5,090 voting places, you could also announce the results. You would have had the results. So I think, but yeah, I think going back to President Weah's concession speech and also his call that he made of the former Vice President Ambassador Joseph Boakai. I want to say he did the right thing. Now, why he did, which is what my brother Francis is alluding to, he was under pressure, or whatever the case may be. The right thing happened, and conflict was avoided. For us, that's the most important thing. If he had chosen the path of conflict, it would have been bad for him, but it would have also been bad for other people. So I think whoever pressured him to do that, or whether it came from the willingness of his heart, I think we should all say that Liberia was saved an upheaval, a crisis of self, and so that makes it a good thing. I hope that he and his people cooperate and not try to be impediments in the way. Because, when he says, Francis said, and we all heard, when he said, we'll be back in 2029, there's nothing wrong with coming back in 2029. But we hope that there are not obstacles in the path just to make their return in 2029 more palatable. They shouldn't put roadblocks in the way of the new administration. Boy, I think it's a historic day. It's a historic day for Liberia. In recent memory, and I don't know, and I'm saying recent memory because I don't know of any long term memory in Liberia when that happened. But in recent memory, this is the first time that a certain president was defeated right after the first term, and they had to leave office. And I think this sends a message, uh, or should send a message to everybody, all of the politicians, that the Liberian people will demand you to do the right thing of them if they like you. And if you do not, they will remove you. And I think that's the most important message that I gather from these elections, and that's the most important message that was sent by the Liberian people. We will elect you, but if you don't do the thing we elect you for, we'll come back and we'll remove you. We will not reward failures. We will not reward corrupt politicians, and we will insist that you do the right thing. I think that message rang loud and clear today.
Thank you. Let's hear from Foley, then we'll come to Moses. Saving the best for last. Because with my man looking at, I can see it in your face. Foley, go ahead quick. Your 1 minute and 30 seconds.
But for
Yeah,
it, shaking.
Volcano, listen to the president's speech. Um, um, People must see it differently. I said the president has enormous power to determine the outcome of events in Liberia, despite the fact that the people have the will. I mean, the people will make the decision, but we know in Africa presidents are next to God. They have those democratic presidents will sometimes look at reality, and in those cases, do everything to remain in power. And subvert the will of the people. So the president has the national security apparatus under his command. As you and I know, that the CDC has several military, paramilitary wings that can be used, put to use to terrorize the commissioners as well as the public. But I do agree that he was under a lot of pressure because the way Liberia election is set up, you cannot rig it without the people knowing. People would know. So that means you have to take willful action to throw the country into chaos. And that's why I said the president had the choice. He could act like a power drunk despot and just, hey, say, hey, look, I command you to declare me winner and put the commissioners on a under enormous pressure. I remember years back when Charles Taylor told, I think with G. Henry Andrews, he said, if you postpone that election, Jesus, not even Jesus Christ can save you. And that was something I believe Henry Andrew kept in the back of your mind, because there were one school of thought who said, look, Charles Taylor is very popular right now. If you have the election, Mr. Taylor is going to win. So play delay tactics and postpone the election. So President Weah, there's not much he could do except to outright rake it. And doing so, the people will know. And when you outright rake it, because I could see that the people, Liberians, were willing to die to protect their votes in this election. Um, we saw days before the elections, people parading places where there were alleged cases of ballot stuffing and ballot boxes being brought overnight. Those people acted. The people are so fed up with the weird government that they are determined to put their life on the line to get him out. So it would have been a real serious problem, because you look at the police right now. The police is a CDC police, so we don't expect much from them. But the military AFL has acted very professional, has acted neutral. But had the president taken certain action, that would have drawn the line,
Okay,
because
so let me pause you there because it sounds like you giving this president the glory for accepting defeat. I'm coming. I'm coming.
yes,
You're giving the president the glory of accepting defeat. And in fact, he had to accept defeat, and whether pressure or not, the data is there, the record is there. And even with everything you're saying, there's always an equal and opposite reaction to an action that taken. So you think this president is dummy enough to know that the way they were cutting, excuse this expression, and I know the people from back in the day will have a problem with me tonight, but I'm happy for Liberia. All of the despots you talked about, all of the evil leaders we've had, you think this man didn't see some of the things that happened and he doesn't know what happened to them? So he knows. So he's not going to go down that route, even if and this guy is filthy rich. You think he want to lose everything to
but
put it?
that's what I'm saying, Volcano. That's what I'm saying.
So, no,
He's
so it's his obligation to accept defeat. It is his obligation because he know where he came from and where he's going with everything he's gained. It is his obligation. So I don't want it to appear as though he's having a mercy on the people of Liberia.
Yeah.
He
well,
doesn't have a
well,
mercy on the
well.
people of Liberia.
Yes, yes, my point.
Yeah.
Yes, my point. Volcano, you can have all the wealth, but if you are power drunk, you won't even concentrate on that. Your focus will be on stay in power. Now, let me tell you something, Volcano. You have the countess. The presidency has enormous power, and I know the money that was used in these elections. I don't think it has ever been used in the history of Liberia. These guys actually went into the coffers and took up millions of dollars for these elections. So what they could have done. Now, I'm not saying that the people would not know that the election was rigged. The people would
I just
know.
want to stick on the fact. I just want us to stick on the fact because I'm not driving the conversation beyond where we are. We're discussing the speech.
Okay, let's get back to the speech.
Yes.
Now, the speech here, the speech. First, I was giving him credit for what he has done, and
Okay.
we must. I think you know me, Volcano. Most of you. I mean, we are all friends. Facebook and everything. Personally, you know my strong. You know my position. For me, I have said on day one, it's of no use to Liberia. I have said that people may disagree, but now go back to the speech. He said, 2029, we will be back to political leadership. Now, that depends on what President-elect Barker does. Because I will say this today, that if President Barker-elect decides to sit there and say, okay, look, we know it's a custom here, we don't prosecute former presidents, what he will be doing is he will be setting the stage for President Weah return in 2029. Because if you don't prosecute this man, I am one person, and many of us here will come after President Barker, because we supported him. I'm a Gongo support. I supported Gongo in the first round. And once he did not make it to the second round, I switched to Omembaka because I wanted we are out because he's not good. So if you do not go into auditing the Weah government and prosecuting them, we all are going to turn against you. We are all going to work against you to get you out. And our people, Let me be frank with our people. A lot of our people are not informed. They don't make informed decisions. So what's going to happen 2029 when we as will come back? That depends on what action the Bwaka government will take. Because if you don't prosecute him, you will set the stage for him to have the ability to contest because he has looted enough. He has enough money. He's going to come back, probably run a successful campaign and defeat Omen Bwaka because why?
No, it won't be Omen Bwaka. Omen Bwaka can't run a second term. Let's lay that to
Well,
rest. Let's bring in
we,
Moses.
look at Nigeria president today. That man says he's 70, that man looks like 90 something years old.
Yeah, we're not even putting Omen Bwaka there for a second term. Moses coming.
But look, I would just come from the strength perspective, and honestly, I would like to support what Fully said. We all here can agree to some extent that the presidency, especially in Africa, comes with a lot of power. To see and let's give it all to George Weah on that. And you know, I'm a strong critic of Mr. Weah, but today he demonstrated leadership.
My man, I won't say this quick before you continue.
Yes.
I was at the guy war room. I was in the war room. Listen to this.
Yeah.
The Piggy Koji. The man
Yeah.
bouncing grandma at Jamaica Resort tonight. The man
Okay.
said the man shouldn't make the speech.
Okay.
They stay
Okay.
create tension.
Okay.
Can you imagine that?
So,
Yeah.
but Volcano, you are just saying what we are saying.
So
What
let
most
me
are
just,
saying.
yeah, you know, so
Hmm.
Mr. Weah demonstrated leadership. And what he did today is not only for Liberia. That is something that Liberia in Africa and other parts of the world will gain public recognition for. That a sitting president with all the powers, even with the reference you made, support us saying that look,
Won't spoil it.
we will do everything we can to retain power. And he comes to say, I am going ahead to concede defeat. That is unusual in Africa. So let's give it to him for that. That will go down in history. It's a path for democracy on the African continent. Because whether we like it or not, we the black people, when it comes to power, is we don't let it go easily.
But Moses, let me add this point where
Yes.
you make your point too.
Yeah.
I don't want to glorify this situation. And the reason for that is if we was a military guy, then I say yes. He came to power through the democratic process and he was removed or is being removed by the democratic process. So the fact here of the matter is the will of the people prevailed. So it is
Absolutely.
part of his constitutional responsibility to adhere to the will of the people. So that whole idea of African president got power, let's stop it. Let's move away from that mindset. It is the same mindset that we had or the people had when they say, "Oh, we win the Southeast, so no need to go canvass there, no need to waste your time." Waka won the first round of the presidency. But because of the same self-fulfilling prophecy that will win in his region, there was no
Mhm.
need of canvas. He took that, he made an advantage. What happens here? They went back there. What happened? 20 polling places overbloated, right?
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
so I don't want us to make it seem as though did the right thing by conceding the defeat. He has to. It is a must. It is part of the process. Joseph
Yeah.
Biden
Look,
did it for him 2017, and he's required to do it in 2023.
Volcano, uh, again, we will agree that in Africa, for us to let power go, it doesn't come by easily, especially
My
with
own man,
supporters.
my own man, Donald Trump,
Yeah.
my own man, I was supporting him and say he won't let it go.
Okay. In a great country like
No,
this,
no, according to first class democracy.
democracy, and you saw what happened at the U.S. Capitol building in Washington D.C. You saw what happened there. So to see an African leader, look, Mr. Weah is corrupt. He's a dictator. He's not a good leader. But today he demonstrated leadership. You just told us that Jefferson could you say, do not.
That's why that was
Yeah,
what alleged.
allegedly,
Yeah.
allegedly said, do not, and he said, I will. And he did. Let's give it to him. Now let's look at the pronouncement that he made. Some of the things he said, right? He said the election results show that Liberia is a divided country. And when you look at the numbers, Omer Boaka won the presidency with
Is winning.
814.
Is
Eh?
winning. Is winning. The
He
state
won already.
yeah, no, but
It's
the state
yeah, the man conceded. So for the fact that he conceded, he has
so
won.
no, so he won the presidency with 28,434 by now.
No,
That's it. That's
yeah,
it. Just talk the variance, my brother. That's it.
mhm.
You get it.
Yeah. So when you look
At
at it,
28,000.
uh, the Omega 50.89%, representing 814,202. I mean 212 votes. That's what he won the presidency with. Mr. Weir and the CDC lost because they accumulated 785,778 votes, representing 49.11%. So you see the difference, like you said, is very narrow. And it actually shows that the process was competitive. So Mr. Weir says to Liberians that look, the result shows that Liberians need to reconcile. There's a need for reconciliation. There's a need for unity in Liberia because, as far as concerned, the country is divided. So the question that I would like to join all of you to ask Mr. Weir tonight is, when did he get to realize that Liberia is a divided country?
When he lost the election, that's when he got.
In his own statement, to tell you how
But
hypocritical
Moses,
he
before you
is. Let me
continue,
let me
let
conclude.
me add this to your question. No, I
Yeah.
just add into you quickly.
Mhm.
Um, is Liberia actually divided? Do the election results show that Liberia is
We
divided?
are
I mean, we can
analyzing what
discuss
he
that later,
said.
but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We are
I'm
only
just yeah.
analyzing what he said. And
Mhm.
he says the election result shows, because it was competitive, it shows that the country is a divided country and there's a need for reconciliation, there's a need for unity. So I'm saying, when did Mr. Weir get to realize that Liberia is indeed a divided country? Is it because that he has few more months now to stay in the executive mansion, he will be out of government? Has he forgotten what they did to the ordinary Liberians when they harmonized their salaries? In his own statement tonight, did he not come across as being divisive when he referred to some seditians that he considered to be Weirtians, his favorites? Isn't that being divisive? When you have people work and few group of people get together and loot the country's coffers for their personal well-being, isn't that being divisive?
And when your government is constituted on the principle of one-sided region in the country,
Absolutely.
southeastern,
Mhm.
all of the people in the southeastern in higher position in your government, isn't
Mhm.
that being divisive? If you don't reshuffle at all, isn't
Isn't
that
that
being
being
divisive?
divisive?
Oh yeah, Moses. Let me continue. When you have when you have your chief lieutenants being sanctioned by the United States government and
Treasury
call on
Department.
you and say
Yes,
do something about it, and you do nothing about it, isn't that being divisive?
And you put
absolutely.
them on your party ticket to go in
Mhm.
the House and the
Mhm.
Senate to hard up.
Isn't that be divisive? When the auditors who work for Liberia, their lives were taken away, and you look the other way, isn't that being divisive?
Oh, isn't that being divisive, Moses? When they say your own party chairman say for every woman you sleep with, you get a job.
Yes, isn't
Eh?
that being
So that means
divisive?
you can't get no woman
I
job
think
in the
we are
prison.
already going
Hold on,
to the end
hold
of the
on,
show.
hold on.
What type of country is this?
No, no, no.
No,
This
we
segment is,
analyzing the
no, hold on.
message.
This segment is called "Isn't That Being Divisive?"
Yeah,
So yeah, when your own party chairman say every woman you get job to in our government, you slept with her.
yeah.
Eh? So that means no other woman will bring can
Mhm,
serve in the government until you
mhm.
until you do
And then he can eat on it.
relationship. Until
Yeah,
you have
Yep.
relationship. Isn't that being divisive?
I tell you.
When you alone, when the president have been riding private jet all
Isn't that
alone,
being divisive?
taking, and you taking all your government official with you, your what will happen with Colasco? Is he gonna move with him, man?
I think so.
Well, I hope he does something for himself that he can fall back on, because I
Colasco
don't
is pretty.
I don't I
And
don't know his I don't know what else he can do. I don't know if he's business minded or he has an academic backing. I don't know, but it's sad. It's sad because when you have a presidency that brings on board um, a bunch of inept people who have no clue of what they are doing, including the president himself, because I think Joe Weah himself knew that he could not win the election, and he operated as if he did not care. So when I see people who are parading around, acting as if they were running a serious campaign, it was a joke. It
yeah.
was a joke. I'm even surprised that he got that much vote, because my anticipation was he would have been defeated in the first round. And from what we have, what I mean, I have been saying, I think Omen Baka won the election in the first round, but because they did not do the work, that's why we end up going to second round.
Yeah,
So
but for the just to add a little bit to that,
okay, finish
just
that quick because I
yeah,
need to
yeah,
make my point
a
on the
few
speech.
seconds.
Yeah,
I
volcano.
think
Yeah.
I don't think majority of Liberian people voted for just excuse me, just we are in the first round. Joseph Walker actually won the election. But the
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
infrastructure put in place technologically and the deployment about 45,000 human beings, according to Americana, to protect the votes and also to, you know, folks in various security apparatus, farmer and private security people with security knowledge to provide physical security for folks. I think that really, really, really played a major part because even in FOIA, this is the first time since 2005 for CDC to get 3 seats in Lofa County. This is the first time they never got seat in Lofa before. Okay, so the ballot start before even the people gather in Southeast Unity Valley, didn't say anybody there for the first round. You saw Election Commission Chairwoman saying that there's a place where more people voted than the people registered. That's what they did. Just really get the significant vote as we see it, talking about division when he created the problem. But you know what? Let me add on to this quickly. The way to go, the first step to get to genuine peace, unity, is to hold people accountable. Hopefully, Joseph Walker will make that the last sentence during his inaugural speech so that this manner of impunity can start. So the ordinary Liberians can get some air to breathe freely.
Thank
That's
you.
the way to go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So going back to the speech quickly as we go through the conversation here tonight. Um, you know, the president, like Foley said, has the guts to come and talk about 2029 when you conceding to a defeat. That shouldn't even have been put in the speech. 2029 should not have been put in the speech, especially when you did a lousy job, especially when you are so corrupt. Do you really think that Burger don't even have to go after you? If Burger puts the right mechanisms in place, the right human capital in place to lead a country out of this degradation we've put ourselves in as a result of let's get a board chance. If Burger does that, this man is irrelevant to 2029 because irrelevant. I mean, 2029 gonna have a lot of irrelevant folks. How do we restructure the elections commission to say that this is where the threshold mark would be? We can't just have every Tom, Dick, and Harry come here and say they won't be president for this country. We can
Mm-hmm.
we can increase the competencies. We can increase the registration fee. We can increase the requirement through whatever constitutional referendum during that time, just to make it a little stiffer, so we don't just have everybody. Because I can tell you, the most of this, I won't be surprised if Henry Costa is running as president, 2029.
Mm.
I mean, practically honest there.
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if Nathaniel McGill will not be running. Jefferson Cochi, in fact, will not be running in 2029.
I, I
And
think I think
unfortunately,
just just this.
let me
Okay,
finish.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Unfortunately, if we don't do those things and set the trend now in these next 6 years, as when I say we, meaning the country, then we run the risk. Yes, he can come back. But how do we know if he's going to come back if persecution starts? Because this guy took a lot of money out of that country. This guy, let me put him back. Let me put him back on the screen so we can see him. This guy took a lot of money out of that country. This guy caused that country a lot of harm. But let's leave the material resources that he wiped the country of. Let's look at the brains,
The
the good
human
people.
resources. Yeah.
Yes, the good people who died at the detriment of his corruption. Only because they were going to propagate the message, they were going to put things out there so that the world will know. So I'm telling you that the moment we've arrived at is just the beginning to what could happen for our country. And I'm not saying go witch hunt Mr. Baka and your government.
Say Mr. Weir.
No, Mr. Baka and your government.
Oh, okay.
I don't say go witch hunt.
Oh, okay.
Just follow the tenets of the law. Like Alfonso always talk about the law, the legal aspect of the law. Utilize the law to the fullest so that we can correct all of the wrongs made, not just for we are. I want to go far back as Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. It's not a unity party that was corrupt. It was the elements within the unity party. That is why Braga is president today, because he was a member of the unity party. Had he shown corruption, had he done things that were corrupt, and the Liberian people visibly saw his corruption, this nonsense people talk about, oh, we squander resources, hey, you were there, you were sunny. Put that aside. We're talking about the physical corruption, where one man come and build 49 condominiums, where one man breaks down this and build that, where one man building houses for girlfriends and buying cars for them, giving them jobs. That's the difference we're talking about here. So the Unity Party was not the corruption. It was the elements within the Unity Party headed by the president. So his audits, his go after should go far back at the Unity Party. So it doesn't look like he's cherry picking. He must balance the scorecard. And that's the point I want to make quickly. Make your point,
Yeah.
Francis, so
I,
I can.
I,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
I think.
I wanted to
Uh,
come quickly since I
okay,
have
then.
to leave. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
If
I
Francis
want
say you gotta
to
leave, let's
clarify
yeah,
hear.
this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let me go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So a few things here. Reconciliation. The whole idea of the country is divided and it needs to be reconciled. I'm afraid these guys might be trying to use this reconciliation card as a way, as a get out of jail free card. Let's reconcile, and the way we reconcile is let's sweep things under the rug and not go after people. When people exercise their democratic free will to vote, it doesn't mean that they are divided and they come in to jump at each other's throats. So this whole idea that, oh, because people voted the way they voted, somehow the country is divided, I challenge that notion a little bit. People have always voted the way this election went in Liberia. People have always voted along tribal and regional lines or whatever. That doesn't mean that because we are went after Bogaba, so somehow the country is now divided. If that is the argument, then the country has always been divided. But I also, and there are ways to unite the country, not at the expense of fighting corruption, not at the expense of righting the wrong that happened in that country. So I hope this narrative about the country is divided, let's unite the country, let's reconcile the country, is not trying to aim at or suggest that we shouldn't go after people
You should sweep
because then it will
everything
bring
under the
more
carpet.
people in the country. Yeah, we have to go after people. And I think Forty said and other people said it. If Miss and everybody here said it. And if Mr. Boakai decides not to go after people and hold them accountable, he will be held accountable. Because some of us who supported him did so because we wanted a space to correct the wrongs that have happened in that country to make sure that it do not continue to happen. And Volcano, I would say, you say let's go to as far back as Ellen Sirleaf. I'll say no. Let's go to as far back as William V. S. Tubman, as far as by William R. Tubman, as far back as Samuel Doe. The people of Nigeria are still recouping monies that were stolen by General Sani Abacha. They returned millions of dollars from New Jersey the other time, a few months back, to Nigeria. And we know that a lot of our Liberian presidents stole a lot of resources, some of which from Tottenham onwards, that they saved in Swiss accounts, that they saved in US bank accounts, and all of that. And we need to go after those resources and repatriate them to Liberia and use them for the development of the country. They were stolen from the Liberian people. So I hope we're not when we are is calling for reconciliation, it's not a dog whistle to say, yeah, don't come after us, let's reconcile it because that and when Boakai talks about reconciliation, I hope that's not what he means either. And I think we need to be careful about highlighting reconciliation division because we all know in Liberia, by the time I say reconciliation, what it means is let bygone be bygone. And
Yeah.
if we do it, Liberia will never get back on track. We need to go after people. We need to right the wrongs that have happened in that country.
Thank you. Thank you. President, make a point quick.
Yeah, the point I was making that I think Alfonso just went closer to what I wanted to say, but let me just add up to say. Go back to small history. When Chancellor left the country and Joy Howard took over as a Bond County senior senator, she said, "Oh, let bygone be bygone. Oh, the country, that small country, we want family." Later on, when she won as vice president, it is our time.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't
Mm-hmm.
join the CDC, you got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Alfonso, I agree with you 100%. Okay? Another thing I wanted to say, just check on Election Commission website right now. I'll see tomorrow today. We got 46 registered political parties as of today. 46. I'm not making it up. Okay? So the way we understand democratic principle and the way we understand political opponent based on our own mindset, our faith, our brother then, our small sister then, all that stuff from South East, that's also, or, local kind of people, that's also, no, it's different. Volcano, you talk about referendum, constitutional referendum. The number one article in our constitution is Article 97 that gave no right to government of Liberia to prosecute anybody that assisted the PRC, whether they just took water and gave it to them or they allowed them to hide and say to kill other people. Article 97 from A, B, C, and D with emphasis. That's number one. Number two, the issue of multi-party system, I think we need to have some sort of restriction. If we can make it three or we make it five, I think it would be better. That will also save us some money in terms of budget, in terms of spending. Going to run off all the time, okay, from part of our democratic principle, our democratic tradition and everything. But if we can curtail that a little bit, let's drop it down to three. If you're not part of party A, you could be part of party B or party C. But the way it is now, it is so much unacceptable and annoying only because it's multi-party system. The way we understand things in Liberia, using the word in the collective form, it's like it's just our normal. Constitution all over the world doesn't spell out everything. But we all got brain. People just need to be a little more practical. You will see someone who is the election commission chairwoman, supposed to be a lawyer, I thought. But I think I'm even okay more than her. The constitution says 15 days. That doesn't give you any clue that even if you're getting the result, we should have 15 days before you can announce the result. Who told you that? So I think, I mean, I agree with you, Alfonso. We should do the reconciliation. I agree. We should also promote unity among our people. But like just because people voted because our incident in the government was 95%, they say we divided. No, we are not divided. The number one point is let people be held accountable for their stewardship, and then we pick up from there.
Moses, then they will
Mhm.
come to Foley quick.
I mean, uh, what I would like to say, just to buttress the point that Francis and the rest of the guys uh, made, is that if Mr. Boaka, president elect, is going to come across as a true nationalist, my advice to him would be that immediately taking over the leadership of Liberia, the first thing his administration should do is to institute an audit. If they were even bringing international auditors to audit the WIA administration, because you want to start with a clean slate. When the CDC took over Liberia, Mr. Salid said they left over 150 million US dollars in their account, and they came, they said they met a broke country. Liberians will be interested in knowing what kind of country Omer Boaka inherited or will be inheriting. We want to know that. If other report shows that somebody was taking money and buying homes abroad, then those people need to be held accountable. If a man used reportedly $50 million to campaign, then they need to tell the people of Liberia where they took the $50 million from. And those people need to be held accountable. You can't come under the canopy of reconciliation when you already looted the people coffers. That would be my advice.
And interestingly, before you come in quickly, Foley, we know what happened in Liberia. Our airport was rationed out to Ghanaians. The little stores in the place are all foreigners.
Hmm.
Liberian businesses went there and they said, "Oh no, 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 no! You ain't got." After you told the people they won't be spectator in the economy, you go to Ghana, you will find anything said made in Liberia down there. The only thing that made in Liberia in Ghana, a refugee camp. I'm being practically honest here tonight. This guy took our country and gave it away. So the point you're making, Moses, is the same point I'm making here. We have to become a patriotic society, respecting ourselves and our capabilities and utilizing those capabilities to the advantage of our country. And anyone who wants to come here and do business must yield to the standards we set forth. And that's the only way our country can go straight.
Absolutely.
And I'm talking to some of the people in this new dispensation, and I'm telling them, listen, it's easy when you're on the outside. It's easy when you're on the outside.
Mhm.
Say all the things you're gonna do. I seen names like John Malou. Get out of here. We know that, when I say get out of here, until you have access to the money, unhindered access to the money, with no check and balance in place, then we know who corrupt. I'm being practically honest. When you have unhindered access to the money with no check and balance in place, then you know who is corrupt. That is why this president and his boys were able to run the country like a gangster paradise, like a crowd ball club.
Yeah.
People going to Jamaica Resort every day with bags of money as their deliverables to sustain themselves in their roles. And once you are making those deliverables, there will be no reshuffle.
Mm.
That's the contract that was signed, the financial contract that was signed. You come and bring the grip to me and you stay in your job. If you don't bring the grip, you're going to go. And I'm telling you, I was in conversation. I heard people talking that certain institutions in the WIA government had to put monies together up to 350,000 United States dollars to go to Jamaica Resort and deliver it to him every month. Money is not accounted for. So they unhindered access to the country's money. Why you think a president would take $50 million out of the country's money to campaign. But what do you think a president will unilaterally take every light pole in the country,
Mm-hmm.
post his campaign picture, and then you're talking about division that you
Yeah.
really want to fix and reconcile? Oh no, the heat is on now. We're not reconciling. We got to go after those who
Yeah.
corrupted this country, not from 6 years ago, from 12 years plus six, that's 18. We got to deal with them because we got a lot of excess money sitting out there, excess resources that we can take our country to turn it around. I was watching a video today. Before you're coming, you have your 2 minutes, brother. I was watching a video today. Mere pool workers who they contracted just to come and help. They didn't feed the people. They
Hmm.
didn't give them water. Some
Yeah.
people left the areas to go out of town to go be there to work for the elections commission. $130 is the amount, $65. Then another person was $190, $85, and they can't pay those people. They had to go create a scene at the National Elections Commission. But you can bring Henry Costa to Liberia and put in suite 309
Yeah, and gain money.
and bring Ben Sanfi and they're drinking beer and going
Mhm.
live in the face of the Liberia. But you think what God made those guys look like what they are. And I want to see them and I want to laugh at them. And I will laugh with my mouth wide open. I will
Yep.
laugh with my mouth wide open.
Yeah.
So
Look,
you can do all these things for
we
these
really
people.
need to start shimming some of these
Yeah.
guys in
You can
our
do all these things
community.
for these people,
Yeah.
right? But you
Mhm.
leave the Liberian people who were at those polling centers that you contracted to work. You couldn't put the $50 million into the National Elections Commission to make it formidable, to make it digitized, to make it great. But you can give it around and spoil money all over the place. Then you
Yeah,
talk
and give it to Benuna Ure and Tilia Ure.
fully, coming fully.
Yeah.
You give
Yeah.
money all over the place. Better not you're right. You giving Charlene Bronsky money. That was she got him off to can't talk. But I ain't just put Joe. Yeah, you brave?
Yeah,
You
eat a
pa-
go pick
yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah,
with bundle of money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your pa Bronsky was going to support we are. You see some of the battle, but we face all the battle and
The
coming.
old man, the
That one
old
of the
Yeah.
man
things
that
that
never
made John
about
we
to
had
go
to.
to school.
Now
Volcano,
Yeah.
all the people made sure we are lost.
Mhm.
yeah. So, what we having today, we have a group of characters, individuals with no moral character. You talk about the Costa, you talk about the Yuri, you talk about Talia, and I asked myself because I was here on Facebook, uh, posting, posting when that attack was going on Talia, where I fear for her life because I saw her as a rising star young lady who I saw as a rising star in Liberian politics, but quickly saw her integrity. Costa at this point, Costa is at a whole different league because Costa needs to be monitored because Costa should, I think, should have been a prime minister in this government. He needs to be monitored to see what happens to him if he does not commit suicide or something. But we have all said this that the guys, what we had there was a Boy Scout club because that a government. These guys, I think we all rightly state that these guys were just looting the country coffers. So now the challenge is Boakais. He's coming over. He has lived a decent life, simple life, and with his age, I don't think he can change overnight. I don't think he can change overnight. I think he's a respectable man of integrity. I think that's one of the reasons why Ellen did not go with him.
Oh, you talking
It's
about
all
Juma?
no, no, I'm talking about Joseph Barker. Oh,
Oh,
John, I don't know. Yeah,
oh,
Joseph Barker.
oh,
No, the fish gets rotten. The fish gets rotten from the head.
yeah, yeah.
So, Omen Barker now is someone who I did not support, but in the second round I did because I felt he's a better choice. So, what can he do? The first thing, as we have regularly stated, he needs to put in people of credibility, competent people in position of trust. And some of the places some of the places he need to look at. If first, a justice minister with integrity, someone who is not easily bought, because the guys leaving this government, they have money, they looted enough. And then when we talk about the Ellen government, the Robert Salif, and all those people who were involved, they have a lot of money. The guys walk away with a lot of money. The Twists and McGee's and the rest of them, they have a lot of money. So if you take anybody, any John Doe, and make him a justice minister, those guys can cash in, write out a check for 50,000, 75,000, and you will let a lot of cases go. Whereas these guys walk with millions of dollars. So you need someone of integrity as the just at the justice ministry, the LSC commissioner. I believe what we have there now. I don't. I know they just got confirmed. However, there were laws violated. So
Yeah,
I
I think
think
we
that
want to
confirm.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that there were
You-
laws violated.
Mhm.
Because the LSCC, the act creating the LDCC states that not more than one commissioner can, two commissioners cannot come from the same county. That is why the legislatures, the Senate, kept the confirmation so long and eventually confirmed them. I think on legal basis, the Waka government can go back and challenge those confirmations because laws were violated to get those people on. Why President Weah wanted those individuals remains to be seen or questioned. So today it's too early, but we are admonishing President-elect Boakai to appoint the right people, not just people who supported his campaign, not just people who he does not need people who will tell him yes, sir. Appoint a justice minister, appoint a commissioner of LACC, and give them the support and let them operate independently. Do not interfere with their work. Don't be like the Ellie Johnson Sirleaf, who, when the Justice Ministry begun to investigate NSA and $200,000, I think 200,000 or more, taken from Korean, uh, um, some Korean investors, where she wanted the case returned to NSA to investigate themselves. So I think
I'll begin with that for my.
yeah, that was her son was there, and her son who was the one who allegedly took the money, and she was telling, I don't, was it Ty, Minister Ty or something, telling the
Christian,
justice,
Yeah,
Christian,
Christian attack.
Christiana Ty, telling the justice minister to, and I respect her. I really, really respect her because she resigned. She resigned. That's someone of integrity. You have Madam Christiana Ty, you have like the Gonglu, Tewan Gonglu. You have, I don't know many of them, but those are positions that you need people in integrity. Because I'm saying this today. If Omer Baga fails to audit and prosecute these people, he will set the stage for Joe We are 2029 return. Our people are very, very quick to return, quick to forget. They will forget the massive looting that George Weah and his bunch of thieves did. They will forget the influx of drugs at this point, which I can say I cannot I cannot say George Weah is not involved or does not know how those drugs are being brought in the country. Look at the last 3 to 4 years, how drugs have taken over the country. It is sad. It is really, really sad. Look, I'm happy today. I'm happy today. A message. Whether we all agree that burger is our choice or not, but a message was sent that when you come to power, you do not do the right thing in 6 years, we will kick you out. We are not going to keep you, even if it will bring someone who will fill the position temporarily, we will bring them in and we
Nana,
will kick you out.
Nana, quick waiting, Marabio day, the man win the election.
I mean, it's up to now. I was reading the American embassy because the American embassy has been in Sierra Leone has been challenging. Release the result. Release the result from the region. He would not. He would not. And look and look at
This, my man. What?
look at what happened. How the police, the former police director who was residing in Liberia more than a year, how he was turned over. The story is yet to be confirmed, but the story behind it is that Joey, brother-in-law, got arrested in Sierra Leone with drugs.
And they had a swap. President
Yeah, we.
swap.
Yeah, in order for us to release Michael Duncan, in order for us to release this man, we want our former police chief saying, "Oh, we'll get you Michael Duncan."
Yeah.
Quick. They arrested the former police chief without due process shipping over.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, oh man,
Anyway,
guy.
quickly, man, let me remind the folks here you're
Yeah.
in Issues Room 199th broadcast here tonight. We're covering grounds. It's a great day for Liberia. Great day in the context of not that the Issues Room is supporting uh, the political institutions, we're supporting the decision of the Liberian people to rescue their country and their lives so that our country can gain some sanity in the Committee of Nations. Let's just say that We I was president. We didn't see no other president coming around there. The little president from sub regional neighbors that came to what they call it in July 26th. We want to see real world leaders visiting Liberia again, putting us on the map, bringing investment in our country so that our young people can have something to do, take the minds from armed robbery and drugs because we can work. We are a dignified people. You know how even in the state of refugee status, Liberians were still upskilled. Liberians was even the Ivorians. I was never in any of the refugee camps, but what I heard was even in our situation of being refugees, the people are wondering how is these people are refugees? They are dressing like they are from America. They are eating. They are playing with U.S. dollars and this and that.
And then they are cooking palm butter
Yeah,
everything.
what
But
kind
for kind of guys, gentlemen,
I
for
mean,
kind of Moses and
provide,
Francis.
provide people with dignity, and we need to get those dignities back. Come on, quickly, make your point.
Yeah, so let me share this with you. I teach at a high school. I teach math at a high school. A fellow math teacher told me, Foley, he said, Foley, Liberia. He's from Ivory Coast. He said, Foley, we used to. He's an older guy. I think he's going to pushing his 60s or in his early 60s. 60s. He said, Foley, I'm from Ivory Coast. We're in Ivory Coast. We used to respect Liberia. He said, the leaders of Liberia. Though I mean, the people who represented Liberia, they were well educated. The region. I was a young man back then, in the 70s. He told me in the 70s, we respected Liberia so much because they have, I mean, decent and when they speak, you look at the profile. These people we respected Liberia because of the quality of leaders you had, not just the president, but your ministers. He said today Liberia, how did you guys get to this point? The man told me how you guys end up with a footballer and bunch of jokers. This is an Ivorian telling me, no.
Mhm.
I said, my brother, I think the war traumatized a large portion of society that they are unable to make informed decisions. I said, so that is what is happening. What some we will call what the tyranny of the majority. You look at this guy, someone like George Weah, where all the writings were on the wall. This man is not even able to manage a town hall meeting, a soccer team. You give him the presidency. So that's how low the presidency of Liberia was reduced.
Yeah, yeah. Moses, make your point quick. God,
Well,
I want to bring some videos from Liberia right now.
okay. Look, I would like to say that let's give the people of Liberia a credit for the decision that they made because there were just too many temptations for Canada.
Oh yeah, back
Can
up.
you imagine, people literally throwing cash at people? And I mean, the first law of nature is self-preservation. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you see your kids no food and you have mobile model coming to you say, "Oh my man, we just want you to come on Broad Street. The president will be there today." Yeah, it's $50.
Okay, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
put up your social
$100.
card. Y'all don't forget
Yeah, yeah,
in the line.
yeah. Becca rice here. Yeah, you know what it means for Canada? A country with extreme poverty. And one history that the Omer Joseph Boakai campaign said in Liberia is to see ordinary Liberians raising money to support the UP presidential campaign.
Can you imagine, my man, with no
No.
funding?
No funding. These people spend less than 500,000 United States dollars. And they went against an individual who spent more than $50 million. How do you reconcile that?
And no one's know where they got the money from.
And with all of that thing that happened, the people of Liberia said, "We don't want you."
So
Volcano.
let's see some of the celebration more. Let's see some of
Yes.
the
Yeah,
celebration.
go ahead. What happened? It's low.
It's live. I don't know, my man. They
Okay. Is that CDC party headquarters?
no. You know the what happened there now.
Yeah. Hmm.
That would not kill me, guy. Not kill me, yeah.
I even know.
Not kill me.
Oh, like give me?
I see this kill me.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. What happened? The people attacking him?
No, no, no. That move.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I don't know
I
why
know
these
go ahead.
videos. Yeah.
So is that all cheerleaders from the different district?
I mean, they did an incredible job. I mean, I give them
They
credit,
did. These people work extremely hard.
and they were not paid. They were. That's the thing about it.
Mhm.
So they were still happy. I'm just showing you this is CDC to do here when they were you see how Liberian in support of democratic change reconcile with CDC. So I'm just bringing some clips,
Okay.
and this one is saying here tension at Star Baptist School. So this is all during the election, the
The-
runoff.
Wait, do you have any video where the people celebrating for today?
We got to add in the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the guy told there was some of the irregularities during the process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, we can. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why it's always coming up low here, and I can hear it from you. But sometimes again, you got to understand that these things are not the audio. The person using a phone is standing here and it's not picking up because the microphone is not on the person, and that is why we tend to get it, kind of messy. But let me quickly remind people we're going to open the lines now, and we'll give you the opportunity to call, weigh in. What do you expect from this new arrangement coming up soon, but how we're also going to ensure that we are government don't clean the coffers and leave a broke economy. Right? Because
Yeah.
let me
Oh,
ask
yeah.
you this, gentlemen. So the number to call, let me post the number here quick. 442722808442722808, and please call. We here to take your call. Chime in, let us know what this day means to you, whether you citizen, whether you River Says Pro from the no party because you want ANC or CDC and all of that. Where are you? Where are you from?
Well, all the CDC people to call to now.
This is your time. Your
Or
moment.
maybe we are chain. They say, "Ma, go home."
All
Your,
the we are sharing them call to now.
your own reconciliation. We here to reconcile.
Yeah, and my people, yeah, please tell Henry Costa the call, yeah.
Yeah. For-
Yeah,
for-
yeah. I mean, Henry Costa is at a whole different level.
No, we want Henry Costa to call,
No, we really want him to
peacefully.
call. We
Eric
Let
really
the
want
man,
him to
let
call.
the
Costa
man call because the reconciliation thing, just job we are talking
Man
about.
already
They
preaching
got to start from
mercy.
the issue room, oh.
Yeah. So the number
Man,
to call 404-272-2808, 404-272-2808. But man, just before I could come on the air, one idiot was calling, so it was a Minnesota number. I answered the phone, man can bring Nigerian accent talking about I'm calling from the employee union. I said, don't bring that foolishness to me, yo.
oh yeah, they are desperate right now.
I went
But
Yeah.
I went straight to 100. So cussing each other, he cussing me, I cussing. I said, you say you from employee commission, you call it. He said, I finished hacking in your email. I said, but then go there, take all my spam, put it in your pocket, go find money.
Yeah, that's what they
That's
do.
good, my man.
But Volcano, what we all
Yeah,
people calling? Okay, yeah, take it.
no, I don't know if somebody call. I didn't see nobody call.
Okay.
I said,
But
man, I had go.
eh?
I said, except man, I had go.
But look,
Mhm.
let's really look at critically these guys who portray themselves as champions of the people.
Yeah,
The double standard. Mr. Henry Costa, who benefited enormously from ordinary Liberians. That man was giving triumphant entry into Monrovia by the people of Liberia. And the man flipped in the twinkle of an eye. Even this morning, I listened to Mr. Costa. He was bad mouthing Omer Joseph Boyka.
mm.
So tomorrow,
All right,
what will he tell
okay, make
the
that point.
president elect?
Okay, stop right there.
Yeah.
Hello, 8737. Are you a caller calling to the issues room?
Yeah, from Livingston
Oh,
calling.
I want to make sure that I'm not no Nigerian man and because I'm going to that thing again.
Man, they call me 3 times, man.
Oh,
They try to scam me too. It didn't
yeah,
work.
the man and my man on the rampage. But go ahead, Flomo. Welcome to the show, my man. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Wait a minute on here. Flomo, are you there?
yeah, I think his line is bad.
Okay, let's
Can
go
you hear me?
ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Are you hearing me?
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay, all right. Yeah. Now, I want to congratulate the president-elect, Jose Imambuaka. And hopefully, I mean, like I said, I want a complete audit from this government, even the previous government. I want everybody to be held responsible, for whatever they did, including Jefferson Kochi. They have to declare their assets because they have to do lifestyle audit. How those guys then accumulate that amount of money in 6 years' time, they have to go through that. And I hope John Morrow can come on the team to do that. Because even for me, in level me, Natuna Mageo, Bill Torre, Musa Pelezi, all the guys there should not take their seat until they go through the whole process for the alleged, sanction that went on it for I think corruption. I think that the government should do that. And for me, I'm looking forward to a good administration that will represent the people, that will create the able environment for the citizen in the diaspora or in Liberia to be able to create jobs for the people to work. I mean, that's the most important thing because job, the people need a job to work.
Flomo, quick.
Hopefully, JMB can bring
So you're confident that this new government, when put in power, will deliver many of the things promised?
yes, I have that confidence. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt until they can prove me wrong. Well, I have the confidence because I've seen the leader, the life he lives throughout his life, he lived a simple life. So I don't think with his age he will come down and then start paying for a second condominium and breaking down his house and building it with second.
two-story building. I don't think he would do that because from his lifestyle, the way he lives, I don't think he would do that. And I'm looking forward to it. I want to be optimistic.
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let's go back quickly to one of the celebration here. Uh, this one is in.
I don't know why these videos, man.
And you're not hearing it. You're not hearing it. I'm hearing it loud. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's sounding low. Okay, but you hearing it? Fully, are you hearing it?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. It's, even though it's low, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, it's low. Yeah, I know why.
Yeah, it's very low. Oh, it's in and out. Get them muted and okay, now it's muted. It's in and out.
Wow, people are celebrating, man.
This is
Most of
this is Lima County.
I went to like most of the situation in Liberia is it's no joke. I went to
Okay.
Liberia 2015,
Hmm.
2019, 2018, and 2021. There's a stark difference between those times. I went actually 2017 running into 2018. I went to Morovia. I know Maribor State MCC the position coaching hold.
Celebrate, yeah.
Liberia. There was a huge difference. There was not trash all over the street. And when I went 2015, 2017, I didn't see zombies in Liberia.
Walking Dead.
Like
Yeah,
walking
Walking Dead.
dead. Yeah.
Walking Dead. Look, if you've been to Kensington or have you watched the movies The Walking Dead? I went because I was stopping this time. I was stopping Center Street. Most of it's just how you see The Walking Dead in the movies The Walking Dead, or when you go to Kensington. That's how the people there were standing, and they are in the numbers. But then I realized they had in Painesville and other places. I went Kakata, I went Bonkante, Banga. I did not see them. 2022, 2023, 2023. You got zombies all in Bonkante now. They have
Hmm.
spread out the country. So the Kush, I don't know, they call it the Kush or
Yeah,
whatever.
kush. How they
They
call it was kush.
they feel to decentralize everything, but they have decentralized Kush in Liberia. The thing that is decentralized, where you have zombies all over the place, and they know who bringing the drugs in. They know who bringing the drugs in. And the classic example of what happened with the recent one where the airport security chief said Bono brought those things in. There, I mean, there's a lot of information about the Bono, the Marco Dongin, and others who are involved in this importation. So hoping now that I mean the Liberian people have made the right decision to remove this embarrassment because I call the WEA government an embarrassment and bringing on board someone who is a statesman. And I think, despite his shortcomings, I think he would do a better job than the WEA government. And he has the message that when you come here, you don't perform, you will be out. Even though the age, I keep telling Volcano, Nigeria current president, that guy, Tinubu,
No,
that
no,
man is not
no.
that
What,
man is not less than 90 years old. He said he's 70.
what got a one term? Let's take the one term first. Let's see how the one term go. Don't start jumping to two terms. Let's do one term. Francis,
Yes, sir.
you did one term, right?
I don't know why you won't let my brother fully to talk about Tinubu.
The two, I know power has a
Every
means.
time,
Power has,
every time he attempts to talk about Tinubu, he say no, let it go.
Listen, if President elect Barker goes two term, he would be 90 years old.
My brother,
Rahul Mugabe. Rahul Mugabe.
I mean, Robert Mugabe was a walking.
Yeah, man, Mel walking dead, man.
Man, don't do that.
Joe Biden,
That man
Joe
they used to
Biden
throw the
passed
man
80
literally.
already. Joe Biden passed 80, but let me share the phone with you guys, okay? Maybe you people heard it, or maybe, but let me just share it. It is so much, has almost become practical now, if I would say. We are always having this back and forth, Liberians in general, in Liberia, and Americans in America. You know, there is a big time similarity between George Weah and Donald Trump. I bring it again. Don't please don't call.
No, he
This
won't
is
call
not
you.
Donald Trump.
He won't
But
call you. Will
let me
promise.
tell you, right? The first time we saw a president married to not American, I mean, natural born, was Donald Trump. Immigrant woman who came on a prostitution visa was Donald Trump. And that woman became first, did it? And Donald Trump, that was his first attempt when it comes to political venture, I mean presidency for the most part. We heard he went to the drill, he ran away, he didn't even become student council president. He went to Wharton School of Business Pennsylvania, but he made sure he did a legal arrangement for his grade not to come out. So he succeeded with that. But guess what? This is fun. Just reacting to the presidency after his went for the first time, he didn't make it. The second time, he reduced himself. He didn't make it. He became senator, finally became president. What did we see? The woman are three citizens. Citizen by marriage, Liberian. Citizen by people, American. Citizen by birth, Jamaican. What happened to Joshua? Joshua, one-term president, replaced by a former vice president, two-term.
Oh
America,
wow,
yeah.
I'm getting it.
America, yeah. Donald Trump, one-term president, replaced by former vice president, two-term, and both got the same Johnny. Joseph.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So we all were doing something, historical.
Yeah.
America went over 200 years before they decided to elect the first black president. Liberia went over 100 years, we elected the first female president, happened to come from Bomi County and didn't do nothing good. Okay? I mean, comparing nothing good in the context of the opportunity they had, according to Joe Boakai. The entire war, I mean, big powers, they went to Liberia to see this country, to see Ellen Johnson selling. We are here today. Joe Weah is only way out one time. He didn't believe it. He told his base in New York, I do nothing. You voted for me. Now I do something, I become president, and I dance. All the book I dance now. I call a speech from you. I can't even talk to you. I do church. I can go and preach and you listen to me. Then I time we lose it. He said it on the campaign trail too. He said, what? I think a different land. And I hear.
We were flogged in before we were flogged in again.
We were flogged in again. What did Donald Trump say? He said, I can stand on Fifth Avenue and open fire and kill people. I would say win election. Okay? So my people, when we talk about the past, I think it should be our guardians. That's how I see it. Okay? As a political consultant. Okay? That's how I see it. We should not use our past to say other people did it yesterday or work out. Those variables, those factors that existed yesterday, they are way different from what we got now. To be honest with you, I went to high school when I didn't have no opportunity to anything they call computer in Liberia. I went to University of Liberia, graduated. I didn't have any opportunity to talk about anything they call computer to even learn it. I even was a Minister of Foreign Affairs for almost 9 years. Even when I went closer to the desktop, or the secretary would shout at me, don't come closer here. When I got my visa, 3 months to my departure from Liberia, a friend of mine blessed me with one laptop. Guess what I did with that laptop? I sold it to Ali to my ticket money. Okay? Today, even the babies, my little daughter, she got an idea. She got this. Today, this 21st century internet technology coupled with social media, whether we can sit right here and make decisions in Liberia. In real time, people will move. Then you're talking about president having a choice to say yes or no. They ain't got no choice, my brother. And I'm not even going to be complimenting that. You know why? We elected George, we are through the ballot box. We're removing through the ballot box. If you choose the other way around, for those of us that read political science and international relations, we would have used Ginger and Rousseau policy on your theory, removing by force. And there are going to be no rebel business. Liberians in our majority will have moved on George Weah the same way we were angry and put it in the box and he refused to give it to us to respect our decision. That's what we would have done. But guess what? Just we're not too far from Charles Taylor. I still remember the interview Robin White conducted with him at the executive mansion. And the last three questions was about guns. Robin White said, Mr. Taylor, you are the best man. You moving this country through the balance of the gun in less than 3 months, or about just 3 months, and you took down a sitting president. Do you remember, or do you imagine, excuse me, at the executive mansion that somebody will come from the backyard of your office and shoot you dead? And Taylor said, I still remember that answer. No, no, and no. And he went further. He said, I will not be the next Turbo. I will not even be the next Samuel Doe. Why? I know exactly the pain from the bullets of the AK-47. And that's why Joshua ain't got no choice. He got to go. Because the people make a decision and he must respect it. We say, please respect it. He must respect it. And he just did it. And if we do anything like Jaja Yami, Yaya Jami in the Gambia that consider and later on one place shenanigans, we will do the same thing to him. And Liberian people will do it. We don't have to even say anything. We'll just sit down here and let them know. You're going to do it. And they'll do it. I just wanted to push that.
So, so let's set the last stage before we leave. So you were talking about the propagators, the people who were
Yeah, all the guys.
and all of those folks. You know, one person I feel bad for, but it's good. At least he can go to jail knowing that he fought his fight. He stand up with a spoon. Honestly,
Yes.
my man won't go to the inauguration because he will watch it from here, but at least he will see the inauguration because he goes to jail on the 31st, right? January.
Right. Yeah.
But at least that one person, I think, fought his fight. He picked his side. He stuck with his side in the last minute. He made Eugene Fagon join him. So, what you wanted to talk about those guys, the Edith Gonglo,
Yeah. Before I even talk about that, I just want to, I just want to piggyback on what you said. I would say that we should say thank you to Mr. Witherspoon. I mean, whether we like it or not, Spoon Network play a significant role in the downfall of the CDC because those guys had access to information. They were not only talking, they have videos. The information propagated by Spoon help to change positions in our country.
And Moses, you continue, but I will tell you, it was just the tip of the iceberg. Hasn't even released some of the credible, most incriminating information they had.
Yeah.
They were just waiting for the real situation before the throw the bombshell, but they didn't get to it. To be frank with you.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm not cutting. You know what he said today?
Who? Stanton?
Stanton said he's going to be on the transition committee by way of phone. And everybody appointed by Joseph Boakai would be background check. Anything found against the widow Liberian people, based on our contribution, there'll be red flag. That's what he said.
That's good.
And it's possible.
I hope he work out because he's soon be going to jail. Go ahead.
That jail, I got different view about that jail anyway, but no need to talk about that.
Yeah, so the point I was trying to make, Volcano, is that we should give credit.
Oh yeah, that's what
who credit is actually due. You know, I mean, Mr. Witherspoon, his network covered the entire Liberia. He runs one of the biggest media empires in Liberia. He's even more powerful than the state radio.
The so-called easy, right?
Yeah, I mean, Spoon sold the messages to the people. That helped to turn people against this dictator. You know, Mr. Weah is a dictator. I mean, everyone knows that he's a criminal. He stole a lot from Liberia. Here is people I know. I may come across as aggressive, but the public records of Mr. Weah show that he's a very dishonest man. You know, the way he ran the country, he was very divisive. How do you run a government with only one region of the country carrying almost 95% of appointed positions in government? and he comes and he try to lecture us about unity, you know. So let's give it out to Waterspoon, and now let's look at some of our colleagues. Henry Costa, he's a very
No, no,
smart, intelligent young man.
take it back.
Yeah.
Don't say some
Mm.
of our colleagues.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about some Liberians. I
Uh-huh.
take it back.
Yeah.
Let's take. I agree. Henry Costa, we live here in Delaware. We live in Delaware. He knows me personally. I know him too. He has a very high regard for me, and I respect him too as a young man. But I was really disappointed with his inconsistency, his double standard. Now, the greatest and the most difficult job that he had to do was that to undo what he said for 6 years. He called Mr. Weir all the terrible names. And after they called him and gave him chicken change, now he was compelled to go back and undo what he said. That was a real difficult job. It was the same difficult job that our own sister, Edith Gonglo, had. She called George Weah all the terrible names. She referred to the administration as being incompetent, grossly incompetent, dishonest. After her brother lost the election, they called her and gave her a pickup.
We'll take
She
that pickup.
felt,
We'll take
yeah,
it.
and she felt. I agree with you, Volcano. I think what the CDC need to do is to ask for refund. Oh, my man, either gotta get our money back and get a pickup,
Yeah.
or Henry Costa has to refund that money that he
Moses,
gave him.
Moses, I
Yes.
beg you, I'm not cutting you. I'm so sorry. One of our followers, see, Henry Costa calling Joey for a banana man. Joey, I'm not with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Charo.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Jim,
but yeah, Volcano. But man, Mr. Weir and his CDC should also ask for refund. Mr. Ure needs to refund Mr. Weir's money. He said, "Oh, my man, with us, you will win." Henry Costa said, "With me, you will win." Ben Sambi said, "With me, you will win." And they continuously lied to this man. They misrepresented the truth. So I
Kevin Sign
think
all went there. All
Jeff
the
and
guys.
everybody in the luxurious hotel. So I think, Mr. Weir, it would be the most advisable thing you can do. And the CDC, you call the guys and you say, "Look, gentlemen, you set a very high expectation. You did not meet the expectation. We need a refund." Then people get your money back.
yeah.
It's
But
not refundable.
the only problem with that, Moses, is that you can spend all the money on public relation, but if you yourself do a bad job, the public relation is not going to help you.
Absolutely. I
It's not
agree.
because what happened is George Weah is responsible for his own defeat. He did not take the office of the presidency serious in
That's
Liberia.
true. Mhm.
The people entrusted him with their lives for 6 years. During those 6 years, the man was playing like a child, as if he never played when he was a child. You see, today he goes somewhere fighting karate, martial art, what we call karate. The next time you see him
playing Ludo.
recording song, when he's not recording, you see the man dancing like someone on something. Because I don't know wherever the man was on. When you see that man dancing and jumping like something is wrong with him, look, people look at all that. In addition to that, the policies are so. I don't know if they even have some
They had no
because
policy.
yeah, you take for example, you tell the people you allocate 11 million now in the budget for to subsidize rice in 2022. That 11 million now you mark it as spent, but then you increase the price of rice.
Mm-hmm. How you
So
reconcile that?
how do you reconcile that? So you took the money and hit it. Then you look at the I know what 25 million now, 20 30 million now for World Food Program, doing
Yeah.
Ebola.
Mm-hmm.
Who received rice? People, the money was spent, no rice.
Mm-hmm.
You go you go. I mean, my first time to see a president leaves the country for 40 days, and 40 or 40, 43 or 48 days.
Almost
You,
50 days.
you
40.
go watch, yes,
Mhm.
soccer match. You go watch soccer match and go party because the World Cup did not even last that long, and you are out
We
of the country.
we were already there before time.
Yeah. So I'm surprised because look, it's good that the military Liberia they have been so trained that they have decided to stay out of politics. Had it not been that, that's a perfect opportunity for someone who wants to overthrow
Of course.
because the man did not take the office serious at all. Some of the things the man did, no leader would do it. No responsible leader would do it. So I, for once, was not surprised that the man was going to be defeated. Honestly, that is why I think there was some foul play because I don't think he made it a second round, and I did not think that he would make it a second round. Like what you said, Volcano, Moses, these guys did not send Paul. The party did not send Paul Washer in the eastern region. That is why this happened.
Mhm.
But if they were vigilant as they were this second round, the election would have been over in the first round. Because when you're looking at election results, you look at out of the exit polling or the announcement of the result. If the announcing result, because the way Liberia election is structured, it is very easy for institutions to know who won the elections before the National Election Commission,
Mhm.
because it has a verifiable process. It has a verifiable process where all the poll watchers and poll representatives, observers sign on, and the NEC officials sign on it. And from that, anyone with a smartphone can take the picture of that and send it to their various political party headquarters. That way, they have the result even before NEC. And I want to believe that is what Unity Party did this time. That made it very difficult. That despite all the backdoor negotiations they tried with NEC, it could not work because the Unity Party had the results long before NEC got it.
Mhm.
Thank you. Listen, gentlemen, we got to wrap up here. Let me go to memory lane and then we'll do our humorous section. What type of
Sure.
country is this?
Sure.
Uh, memory lane here tonight is written by Manin Sumo, Dr. Augustine Manin Sumo. The caption is In the Month of November, as history recalls. In the month of November, as history recalls. And let me mute you guys because I'm hearing a little bit of stuff coming from the background. On November 16th, 1930, a child was born in Nigeria. He was named Abod Chinua Lumongu Achibi. As he grew up to be an adult, he chose to be an author with the pen name Chinua Achibi. On November 16th, 1988, Benazir Bhutto was elected Prime Minister of Pakistan. She became the first woman in modern history to lead a Muslim nation. On November 23rd, 2005, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was elected president of Liberia, thus making her to become the first female president elected in Liberia and Africa. So, from history, November has been and should continue to be good to Liberians and the world at large. Let us also be grateful to November by remaining peaceful and handling issues and any issues with a resilient approach. We once survived eating Bubba John. So, as we observe the election commission doing their work, let us give them the chance to work. No interference, no cheating. Our eyes are open. We may be, we may and by nature all pass away one day, but there will always be Liberia. A Liberia we must make better for our grandchildren and generations after us. So I wrote these few words about November, which I want to share with you. This is dedicated to all Liberians, my immigrating G's partners. Not forgetting my indigenous Chichipolidem. How long haven't we made gila? You know what they call gila? Gila on each other. Yet we still have one Liberia. We sat in the low floating coral reef bush in Millsburg and planned war. Then from Butor we raised anchor. Then we sought refuge in strange lands. Yet we still have Liberia. Have you forgotten when rice became gold dust? Money meant nothing? Self value lost? Have you forgotten that cold November morning when hope was sought and in the dawn of the day we dreamt for peace? In the midst of it all, nothing left to gain but fools who think it to be wise. Stone throwers hide in their hands. Yet we can boast of gold, iron ore, diamond, trees, land, river, ocean, and yeah, Liberia. Long live Liberia. As they count the ballots, others are drinking wine, while we eat our dry rice with mwemwe and red palm oil. Yet pledge your loyalty to our motherland. May we all accept the result of the runoff and live in peace. Do you feel what I feel? I come in peace. And this is a piece here written by Dr. Manin Sumo, commemorating the month of November with some of the greatest events. And of course, the month of November again has given us the first one-term president in modern history and usher in a new president. Gentlemen.
Not only the one-term president, Jesse number 14, military hospital 14, retirement day 14 November.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, the man just got some. They man got some things depending on and retire by a Joe.
I know, I know.
Retire by a Joe.
The man's on point with this information, the accuracy of the information.
The boy got all these superstitious, man. Let's go to what type of country is this? Mr. Weah said no Euro will win any positions in this country, so he defeated himself by his words by bringing Mr. Euro. That's a good one.
What
What
kind of
type of
country
country
is
is this? What type of country is this? Liberia, when the sitting government has no tally sheet.
Yeah, yeah. Strangely, that is embarrassing.
The opposition had that. But the man was jumping around the place. Oh, Liberia, by the way, lost to Malawi 1-0.
Yeah,
But wait now. The president lost and he was technical director for Lone Star. He lost today, so Lone Star got to lose too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gentlemen, what type of country is this? Now, all the men and my man who just at the point where they were supposed to enjoy, they decided they saw small money, the eyeball stretched, and they went for it. What type of country is this? After you set the stage, it's like the mason who builds the building from the foundation all the way to roof level. Then you just leave it for somebody to come put all kind of flimsy zinc on the house and then all your effort going. What type of country is this, Moses?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Moses. I muted you guys because I was reading. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what type of country is this that The one-time talk show host is still thinking whether to commit suicide or not. What type of country is this?
Or to come forward to the old man feet say, Uncle Joe, like a nephew, you can't leave me like you.
Hey, Uncle Joe, that the devil, that the devil.
The way Liberian people quit to put their blame on the
They
devil.
always put the blame on the
Oh,
devil. Say,
so
hey, Uncle Joe, that the devil,
let me
that
let
the
you
devil.
tell you. So you Uncle Joe, now I'm Henry Costa.
They say the man thinking about suicide.
Hold on now, Moses. You Uncle Joe, okay?
Yeah,
And I'm Henry Costa.
okay.
I said in there, so my man here, the mobile Malu,
Yeah.
and my man and Foley, the Jefferson Koji. Look, my man Koji, you and Malu that nonsense your day, my man. I was already correct in my error. You can't fool me, you can't bring me to this nonsense here. Now, 6 years coming past by me, my eating gone. Gentlemen, how you answer that to me so? And Koji and Moba, eh? How you answer
And
to me?
and then Jeremy, y'all gotta respond to the
You
man,
gotta
huh?
respond. I'm talking to you, Aaron Costa. You're the
Yeah,
one.
he
You
talking to
princess.
you.
You say you Moba Molu. Follow that Jefferson Koji. Where you
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
where, hold on,
Eh,
where you gonna pay my way from? Where America can bring me here to
Yeah.
put me in the kind of shame
With
here?
my
My
that better
man wanted to
hotel
win
there, my
back.
man.
My man, that you didn't want to cause the trouble for all, but come and undo it.
My
Yeah.
man, but the thing you gave me said a small thing. That man, and Samuel Tour, the man only gave me small thing. I know you put me in good room and everything, but Koji, my man, what? So how we do the thing about?
my man, Costa, you worry, but you're not thinking about me. You don't thinking about me. We coming 10 over, and the people saying the other one they order killing. You think that small thing, yeah? You talking about the auditors? The people, all the fingers pointing at me right now. I got to save the best I can to survive right now. Probably outside Liberia.
But no, I mean, but y'all not think a different thing, but y'all brought me away from America to come put me in this kind of disgrace, yeah, my man.
My man, we thought we were winning. We
I,
thought we were winning.
my man, I will call my Uncle Joe, man. Y'all forget about me. Nobody can around me again. I don't want to see y'all. Y'all must stay on your side.
But,
But
but my man, you say you not do good job. But
Yeah.
you do all the thing. You not even do the thing for the people to change.
I mean,
Uh,
just forget it. Y'all leave me
Vote
alone.
us out, man.
I
my,
mean,
my man, my man, you told us you could sway the people to vote for us. We're not saying it. So
I came
but
2 weeks. 2 weeks. What you expect me to do? 2 weeks.
Bonshare. You have
Huh?
all the bonshare.
But my man,
I,
that all I had. I just want to make it be more for nothing.
you
You
say
be
you
happy,
you
Papi.
you say you survived Joseph Boaga's career. I think the opportunity also there to survive. Our hope.
My man, that small thing I told that press conference, all I be more making I have much to talk about the Omeo. But you forget it. I come call my papi. Answer the phone, Moses.
Hello?
Uncle Joe.
Who is this?
Uncle Joe that I picking you.
Look, I don't take personal calls. Talk to Kabakoli, my
No,
aide.
Uncle Joe, you can't do that. Uncle Joe, that me, that Henry, that son Henry. Uncle Joe,
Oh,
that
that Henry? Look,
yeah.
Henry, I'll talk to Kabakoli.
No,
I don't have time to talk right now.
Uncle Joe, right now I gotta talk to you.
I'm
Uncle
not taking no phone call.
Uncle
Look,
Joe,
Kabakoli,
Uncle Joe.
look, you're trying to change my number. I don't know how this boy got my number yet.
Uncle Joe. No, yeah, no. Uncle Joe, you change your number on me. Uncle Joe, you know what will pass? Oh?
But man, you need to get off my phone. You
Pull
know,
the record out. Pull the record
I'm
out.
not.
I
I'm
usually
very
get my
busy.
medical record.
I have a meeting in the next, 10 minutes. I don't have time for this. And please don't call this number again. In fact, let me tell you, as of tomorrow, you call this number, you're not gonna go through because the phone number will be changed. Kabakoli. Yes, Uncle.
Uncle Joe.
Uh,
Uncle,
look. Tell the minister of state and the others that as of tomorrow, I need a different phone. I don't want everybody calling me. I don't have time for that.
Uncle Joe, that I picky. Uncle Joe, you know what I did for you. Uncle Joe, I know I will not so count all year and talk all the thing. But the CDC people fool me, oh, papi.
You both go and live with what you sold. So I don't have time for that.
Uncle
I'm okay. You say I was the living dead. So I don't know why would you call a dead man?
Uncle Joe, Uncle Joe, Uncle Joe, you can't say that. That thing I said propaganda, Uncle Joe. You act like you know the country here. All that
No,
thing I can be doing, I just a hustle, papi.
no,
So how
Henry,
many
you
people you
okay.
also on?
Look, Henry, you will do well. You got a lot of skills. You will do
Papi,
well. You don't need me.
papi, the thing here, I just hustle. So we have
No.
called me. The man say they have $1 million for me. They
Henry,
say,
you will do well. You don't
papi,
need me.
papi, I will
Everything
even
is over.
thinking that everybody will give me a good portion of that money. I'm going to slide something for your campaign.
No, you
Yeah,
know.
you know how.
Henry, I tell God, thank you. We did it. And let me tell you, we're happy.
But
We are doing well. And
so so
nephew, you will do well. You don't
so
need
so,
me.
so you're not giving me small things there, baby. All the way, baby.
And please, man,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I got a meeting to go to.
oh,
I don't have time
but
for this.
you're not even bring me on board.
Look, Kawakoli? Yeah, yeah, uncle. Look, call my EPS officer. I want you to tell Lone Star Cell. I don't want anybody bothering me here with phone calls, okay? All right, Chief. The next time the ball call my number, you will be in trouble. Thank you.
My man, what happened to the people who tell me now? You can go to them, my man.
So when so Uncle Joe, you remember you told me say you didn't want to be in anything, yeah? I had one king, I resurrected you and everything. And you know the thing we talk about. All I want, I know, Papi, just listen to me. Don't rush. I know I lie. You never promised me vice president position, but I'm a man over there called Benana. He put it in my head, and you know when the man put it in my head, I can see the future. I thought it was gonna work. All that lie about the Ghana money and all of that, I just made all this story and all. There was no $30 million. No
Okay.
foodie man call me from America, and they started to make me to propagate lies. Then they see
That's
this government can bring me here. Just because they put me in the player, post my bodyguard around me. Koji then come here with knocking glass. The man lied to me. I just asked for my other money. Samuel to said, I'm gonna get it from here. I don't do no good job. So how would do the thing now? What's how I will go on now? I'm gonna go by America to go bail the Liberian women there. I'm gonna go by
well,
America to go bail the people.
Henry, you
That one
made
are
a
your
choice.
story.
Baby, you
You,
can't do the one to me, man. You can't.
Henry, you made a choice.
No, you can't do the one to me.
You made a choice, Henry.
You can't do the one to me. Uncle Joe, are your nephew. Oh.
No.
You know the hard work I did. Oh. Hey, Uncle Joe,
All
for
right. I'm out of here. I have a meeting.
Uncle Joe, forgive me, Uncle Joe. So I will not call you again. You're
I
not
No.
taking.
said no more.
Okay, Uncle Joe. I wish you
Okay.
well.
Wish you well.
Yeah, I wish you well too. Just lead that burn people correct because you do good job, Uncle Joe. You got me to D way. You do
Okay.
good job. You got me to D way.
Okay.
Hey, you know I still got some stuff on you. I would
Yeah.
the bomb shell I got. I would let it go.
Throw it out.
Okay, Uncle Joe.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bling. So,
Yeah. I mean, on a serious note, on a serious note,
Yeah.
the guy called Heron Costa. I listened to I listened to several of his podcasts,
Mhm.
and the things he said about George Weah, the level of
Terrible.
the level of name callings, the interviews he had with international wires, all denigrating the individual. You could leave to go back to this man.
yeah.
Man, if I was a woman,
I mean,
didn't have
I want to call Vame and eat it by. Let me read the people. Whatever country is this? We come back to you. Whatever country is this, Flomo Livingstone, that Jefferson Koji is worried about the civilian life he is coming to live?
I think. What's
What
about a cow's gray?
whatever country is this? Frankie McAfee, that our president is about to become Zogo. and partake in Kush.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
Liberia, what type of country is this where America forced the NEC to be honest for once? Wow.
I tell you, but look, forget that we need to get this to Mr.
Honest.
Corner.
Yeah.
And he set a real record. He saved Liberia.
Yeah.
He
Whatever
saved
country is this
Liberia.
around Marshall when the election mission is giving an electoral result and our hearts are still hanging? Whatever country is this? Whatever country
Whatever
is this?
country is this?
Livingstone, that Jefferson Koji power is coming to go. Whatever country is this?
The Secretary General.
Jackie McAfee, that Henry P. Costa was finally right for the first time when he said JMB will be the next president of Liberia.
Yeah.
Whatever country is this?
Whatever country is this?
Right on that part.
Miracle.
Almost like what he says, Henry Costa needs to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to be watched. He needs to be on suicide watch.
I think that's the right word. But for it,
Mhm.
you don't need to be careful. You just need to be watched because
You need to
being
be
careful.
watching.
You need to be careful. You, Henry Costa is
You know,
somebody that's chasing himself.
Interesting what the guys did to pause all the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
all of their platforms, the
Platform, yeah, to go
because
promote
they were so
George Weah. Yeah.
optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
They were so optimistic. Shaggy McAfee, whatever country is this, that Devetta Brown will be speechless when she reads the final result. There's no need to even read it because he
Yeah.
has already given his
My brother, I can tell you that decision to read results today, that decision did not come by easily. There were a lot of behind the scenes discussion, my brother.
I think she really feel much more relieved now that just we have considered. So her question.
Yeah.
I can remember the woman keeps saying, "Oh, with him on now." I said, "Take out that weave. Probably will feel a little bit okay." Because you can't be a lawyer. You're gonna be giving, elected position to other people like she did with district number 7. Her own deputy commissioner said, "No, we done 57. I think 97 or 97, but she already declared a guy winner." Can you imagine now they have to quarantine that district 7 and go back on the drawing board?
But let's come back to a quick point before we close off here tonight.
Yeah.
There's something called patience, gentlemen. And patience should be exercised by young people because you have your life ahead of you, your future. Hey, Costa.
He blew it.
A little bit of patience.
He blew it.
Would have made a difference for you. Foley, you sleeping?
No.
You sleeping, Joe?
No.
I say our papa was sleeping. You can see that papa Abba will be shining.
My bad. That puppy coming. That puppy. He's at a whole different level now. Though he got.
I will see who will pay hospital bill again. The Liberian government coming pay hospital bill top notch.
Yeah.
George Weah is going to know what it means to be a former leader.
Now he will know.
Yeah.
And
the other time he get money. He get the old man money to go to hospital, bro.
We are not living in Liberia. He can't stand the shame. We are can live in Liberia.
But Volcano, other thing talking.
Ellie,
the people institute.
I hope Ellie not put a wheelchair together and find her suitcase because we're coming.
And she said in her corner.
She said, no.
Ellie said, going upon.
Never be president.
No, she must tend to man.
She must tend to man. She got. She already.
But what's about Henry Costa? Who say if I suppose Joe we are on that?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's remarkable. Right now, I posted to them on my Facebook page. I tell anyone who knows Ellen Johnson, at least she check on her regularly because.
Check on Ellen. Whatever happened?
Mental health specialist.
Yeah, the woman, she's old. She's old, and now sometimes an older person is not worried about himself, but they are children.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Raul said he took one the car that was 30 million. I believe for 30 million, and that money was wiped out.
Holiday and we're kissing George we are on the jaw. Oh, you see the man kissing George we are on the jaw.
Oh, Raul Sali?
Yeah, he was dead when they all were endorsing. Yeah, no, kissing jaw, we are on the jaw.
Well, I'm not surprised. Well, yeah.
You know what I mean all of this, and I'll wrap up here on this. How these people play the country to profess that they are citizens of. And you think that you would do this and God is not looking.
Mhm.
Every one of these wicked people
Wow.
were doing it all for the personal self,
Mhm,
forgetting that they will go to the polls to vote, but it's just their vote. But there is a majority vote in the Liberian people. And
mhm,
28,000 plus of those Liberian people who were the anomaly, who didn't enjoy what they are enjoying, who didn't eat the kind of meals they're eating. Eugene Nangbe of all people
Mhm.
putting lobster up in the air on Facebook,
American causing the gold digger.
riding $90,000 car when there's no road in that country. Those 28,000 people, the voting variance, the difference are the people we must clap for.
Oh yeah, those people
Those
did
are
a
the
great
people
job.
who made a difference.
Did a great
Put
job.
these corruptors
They
out
made a difference. Yeah.
and free the country. And all of them will pay for it. All of
Mhm.
them will pay for it.
Good
You,
difference.
the first
Another thing that really showed up to me deeply, I think it is much more spiritual. When majority of our people sang the song "You Came My Mind, You Came My Power, I Will Vote for You." That was when evil triumphed over good. And they said, "Father, you know book, you don't know book, I will vote for you."
mhm.
And the list goes on.
You
Even
only
if
that
it was
only will
just
vote for you.
one person, even if it was just one person, variant, I vote with George Weah and Joseph Walker, I would have still gone to bed and have a nice sleep. Why? When people feel group of people or group of looters, let me not call them people, cruel-minded people, wicked to their own people that voted for them, we come to power and just dash everybody hope and thinking that they can actually do it and walk away free. And only to look, God spoke to the majority of the people to hold them accountable, to hold them accountable and to shame them and to excommunicate them politically because that's what we do in Liberia. Send NDPL left for whatever they did. That party had never succeeded winning anything. They didn't even get correct standard bearer. Their last standard bearer was Winter Todman. He didn't go anywhere. He moved over to CDC. NPP. The last standard bearer ever that I know was that went into electionary process was Dr. Rhoda Masako. Since that time, USA didn't go on any ticket. She got to go to CDC. Now that CDC and their leader gone, I would say, they're not going to have
no, no,
anything to do in
CDC is
Liberia
done,
political
Francis.
history.
But let's
Huh?
see. Thomas,
But the point here is, at least this time around, goodwill or good people prevail over evil. And that's the key about this.
Thomas Awaji says that he feeling sad for the CDC right now. Is
I'm a
this
piece
normal?
for
Hold
CDC.
on, yeah, yeah. Is this normal, Moses? You are the uh clinical person here. Is this normal? You can still feel sad for your enemy, right?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
feel
can
sorry
feel
for no
sorry.
enemy that would
You
stab
can feel
majority of the
because
people.
as
Thomas,
human
it's
being,
normal. It's normal to feel sad for
yeah,
them.
it is normal. People show empathy.
Yeah,
Some when other people see people in difficult situations, regardless of
the
who
pain and
that
suffering
person
it
is,
cause.
they think about their own situation. As human being, they empathize. Yeah, it's
Okay.
normal.
All right,
Hmm.
gentlemen. Listen, we gotta go.
Hmm.
Liberian people spoke. We have a new president elect. He will be sworn in January. Let's see the formation of the configuration of governance that will be put in place for the first 100 days. I believe that this government that's coming will do some reshuffling. I believe this
Oh
government
yeah.
a balance of regional. appointments. I believe this government will go on their plan and begin to execute. And some of the sane opposition who joined this government will merge the platform, and a lot of good things could happen for Liberia. Now, is it a miracle? Will it happen in one day? Will it happen in the first 100 days? The first 100 days will determine the rest of the 6 years. So we're looking, we're here, we'll still be talking. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, final word,
Yeah.
final word. Let's
Well, my final word, I would like to say thank you to the people of Liberia, and also thank you specifically to Mr. Amara Conan. He did a great job. He and his team, they rescued Liberia. They coerced the NEC to do the right thing. Thank you,
I
Amara.
won't say coerce, the obligated.
Well, when I say coerced is that the data was available,
No, but I
it
want to say
was
obligated.
undebatable,
Yeah, so the obligated.
so
Coerce
they
is
were
like,
constrained to
yeah,
say,
yeah, but man,
yeah.
English word and so now, yeah, coerce me, you gotta come in. Let's say they obligated them, they forced them. They had no option back.
Now you're the two traditional
Yeah,
journalists, so you have
So
so you
yeah,
have
so
to
but
way up there.
they
coerce
made
me
a
like you.
commission.
I
The commission look at what American had, right? And they compare it with theirs.
mm-hmm.
They say this thing here is indisputable. We have to do the right thing. Anything contrary, and if people go anywhere, they will win us. Mr. President, we would love to save you, like we did in the first round.
Yeah, we got coerced.
This one
It's
is
weird.
not
That's
possible.
I won't get yeah, they obligated them, they forced them. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Wole. I don't know
Yeah,
what
sure. Yeah, obligated and coerced. I think it's just different
It's
terminologies.
synonymous.
But
Yeah, yeah.
so coerce
because
is to persuade, to obligate is to force. Two different words. Go
well,
look in the English language.
yeah, I understand. Also, but I'm not going to go on that. I understand
Yeah.
your position, both positions. So, I think the context in which both sentences are used, I think they imply.
They mean the
But
same.
and the reason I say imply because if those numbers were not available, that if the numbers were not available, we don't
They
know
were
what would
going
have
to
happened.
see, yeah.
We don't know what would have happened. So they obligated and they coerced and whatever it is, but I think the numbers play a significant part in pushing NEC to get the actual results. But not only that, but I want you to understand that uh, this election was close to monitor. There were now a lot of international observers. So, like I know you say alone, the U.S. embassy, you say alone, I believe they pay more than, and I think they pay more than 300 people, 300 people to participate to observe this election. So, with the numbers being available by the Unity Party's team, it made it difficult for NDC to do anything different because um, the pressure was there. And secondly, Davietta Brown Lasana and all the commissioners, they have I mean, I believe a lot of them have nowhere else to go but Liberia. They have their families, they have their properties, and they are all old enough to know what Liberians went through in 1990. Now, would they have come back? No. I don't think we can go through civil war, but there can be different types of civil unrest where uh, um, properties can be lost and destroyed, lives can be lost because don't forget, Liberians are poorer today than any other time. They just need an opportunity to go looting and cause mayhem. And that, I believe, those factors were taken into consideration. And with the availability of the numbers from the Unity Party, it made NEC to do the right thing.
Thank you.
And some,
Absolutely.
Let's wrap
yeah,
this up with
yeah.
Francis. Parting word.
All right. First and foremost, I will say plenty thank you to our Creator, to our God in heaven that spoke to our people. And I will say thank you to our people, especially that margin votes, 28,000 plus. And I would say thank you to Unity Party Alliance leadership that brought in place new internet technology, computer technology, social media technology, everything they put in place to hold George Weah and his electoral commission accountable to do what is right, not what is wrong. And I want to just say, all of us, our brother Spoon, our brother Americana, and we saw something different in these elections that I think we should copy better. We cannot have a commission that receive about 70 million, according to Americana, in budgetary support, about 70 million, and cannot even call a shot in 24 hours. Probably they wanted to drag it up to 15 days again because she keep talking about it. They lost it, so they lost it. So we just give God the glory, all in all,
Thank you.
that everything happened for the best for Mama Liberia because folks will go, Liberia will stay. We are here today. We might not be here tomorrow, but Liberia will still be here. I just want to say thank you, Plenty, for the invite. We're always standing by to show up whenever we have time. But you know what?
And let's
Liberia
not
is
and
safe.
let's not keep that baby quiet. Okay.
But
Yeah,
man, this baby is not here every day.
I
So when
know,
she
I
come,
know.
I just give us some leverage.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night,
Yeah, it
gentlemen.
was a great show.
Yeah, good night. Let's
It
call
was,
it. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'd like to thank all of you folks, Thomas Awaji, Shaiki McCaffey, Veronica Nimsin, Liberia, Flomo Livingstone, Mohammed Kroman, Maria Gadel, Tyrone Marshall, Moba Kone. All of you've made history. Vovomi Di Papa, good name there. Adiaha Umo, Emmanuel Jackson, Ahmad Freeman, Rivers S. Pro. Um, you know, let's be optimistic. Change is good. Change is good. Um, That's why we are human beings. We're changing by the minutes, by the seconds, by the hour. If you don't change, you remain the same, right? So even in our livelihood, we must have changes so that we can evolve. And so change is good. It's what you do with change when you have change. And I'm optimistic that this change was necessary. Manasumo, thank you for joining us here. This change was necessary, and the Liberian people deserve this change. Let's hope for the best. Volcano Shelton here on the 199th broadcast. We'll be back here on Tuesday, God's willing. Have a great one from the Issues Roma.